Hey guys, I am here with head coach of the Traders Point Christian Knights, Sam Carnes. And first of all, Coach, we'll get right into it here. When you took over North Putnam, it was taking over for Greg Barrett, who had taken the team to a state finals, who had had back-to-back winning seasons in his last couple of years there. Now you're taking over for Coach Stevenson, who had taken the Knights really out of their infancy, and then got them to 2 straight sectional championship appearances and 3 straight winning seasons during his 3 years. What experiences from taking over North Putnam have you applied to taking the job at Traders Point? What have been kind of some new challenges?
Yeah, both those guys are great guys and friends with both of them. Was told by some people, hey, you're going to have a tough job getting, if you take that job, it's going to be difficult because you got to replace a great guy. And I don't see that as a negative. I see that as a great thing, that I don't have to, start over from scratch. We don't have to teach the kids how to tie their shoes. They've already got a great foundation. We have a lot of new players. The school is a young school. It's 8 years old. And so as people are finding out about us, I like to say we're the best kept secret on the Northwest side. As people are finding out about Traders Point, they are, we're getting more and more kids. And so there's a lot of kids that haven't been here in the past. But just like when I took over at North Putnam, want to make sure that we keep the traditions that we've had in the past, but at the same time, I'm going to try to be me, and I'm going to lead the team the way that is. Take this part out. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm going to be me. Yeah, I'm going to be me, and we're going to lead the team the way that we think is best. And but I definitely appreciate the hard work that Coach Stevenson has put into this program, because for as young as it is, it's been awfully successful, and excited to be here.
Now, obviously, some different circumstances this season. We're starting the season, in September, week 3. What have been the kind of the challenges as far as, it's all the kind of anticipation and hype of week 1, but, most teams at this point are getting into their rhythm. It's week 3. It's almost the halfway point. What have been kind of the challenges of that?
Yeah, this is I've been on an organized football team every year since I was 4 years old. This is the first time I've had 4 weeks in a row without a football game in August. So that's been a challenge. Watching my buddies get to play, get to coach their teams across the state, that's been a challenge. And it's been a challenge for these kids as well, and the parents too. And the tough part is, reminding them of I shouldn't say that. They know what the benefit is, and so they know it's worth the work. The tough part is just that question in the back of your head is tomorrow going to happen? Is the day after that going to happen? And we just be honest with the kids, I think, is always the best policy, and just say, we don't know what tomorrow is going to be like. So we're going to play, we're going to go all out today. God's given us today. And so we're going to take advantage of today, and we'll let tomorrow worry about tomorrow. We're going to worry about right now. And so, today we were just excited to be on the practice field, because there were 2 weeks there where we didn't even get to be on the field together. And there's nothing that reminds you of how much you appreciate something like losing it, right? And when we lost that opportunity to be together as a team, I think the kids felt it. That pain you get at the end of the season, where you're like, man, I wish we would have won last week. I wish we could continue through sectionals, but this team doesn't get to be together. That pain is also still there, and we've got to experience that pain in week 1 and week 2. And so I think now you see this focus and this drive and this energy every day at practice, because we know tomorrow's not guaranteed. And so there's just every day is appreciated. Every day we're grateful for, and I don't think that there's that challenge is that hard, because we love being together as a group so much. But it's definitely been a unique year. But the team that wins the state championship this year is going to be a team that handles all these changes the best. So that's our goal.
Very well put. Now, you talk about the anticipation for the opening week. Obviously, the fans are also anticipated. We as a broadcast, booth, me and Joey are ready to see the season start. Now, in the past, Traders has been a very run-heavy offense. Now, in your days at North Putnam, yes, it skewed a little bit more to the run, but was very much a balanced offense. What can fans look forward to seeing or hearing about on the field on Saturday morning?
Yeah, I can tell you our game plan for tomorrow's game and every other game for as long as I will be the head coach. It's players, formations, plays. And, I think the worst thing you can do, especially as a high school coach where you don't get to pick your kids, right? It's not, you don't get to go out and recruit and hand select what you want. You're given the cards you've got, and you've got to make the best hand with it that you can. And so we look at players, formations, plays. Who's our cat? Or our group of kids that we have to get the ball to, and from there, what formation do we get them in so that we can best, expose their defense so that we can make plays. And that's our philosophy. Is it going to be run or pass this year? Well, first off, we haven't seen anybody in a different colored jersey since LCC in the sectional championship last year. So, we don't know what our strengths and weaknesses are. Exactly. I think we've got a great running back in Eli Underwood. We've got two really good backups, Xavier Gibson and Justin Kirk, and Gabe Sink is a good running quarterback, and he can deliver the ball well. And we've got great receivers with Sam Johnson. Philip Moran is he's played basketball at Traders Point in the past, and he's playing football for the first time, and he's going to have a great year, I think, as a sophomore. And we've got some other guys, Jackson Wilhite stepping in at receiver this year, and Cooper Simmons, all those guys who, weren't getting their name called, other than Sam. Sam and Caleb Ott are the only returning starters from last year, to my knowledge. And other than that, everybody else is new. And they're excited to get their number called. And I think, are we going to see more run or pass? It's going to depend on what the defense gives us. I know that, right. And I'm not calling the plays, so that'd be my brother's job.
Now, see, and you took the next question right away from me, because I was going to ask you, who do we look out for tomorrow's game? And bouncing right off of that, let's take a look at before I let you go here, at the defensive side of the football, because you do have some big guys. You got Caleb Ott coming back. You got some key elements on that defense. So what can fans look for on defense as well?
Yeah, I can tell you we've got some of the best scout team players, because we've got a former NFL offensive lineman as a coach who plays offensive line against Caleb Ott every day. So Caleb gets a good look at practice. And we've got two defensive linemen that played college football at D-line going against Caleb on the other side of the ball. So he gets worked out pretty good. We've also got Hawk Johnson, Hawk's brother. Last year was a good two-way player, and Hawk's a sophomore now, and very, very consistent kid. He's gonna make a lot of plays for us as a sophomore on both sides of the line, offense and defense. I really like the way Gabe Sink and Jackson Wilhite are reading right now as linebackers, doing a very good job with that. We've got Eli Heiser and Lucas Allgate are stepping in as new kids on the defensive line, and they've done a very good job with Coach Shireen. And we've got a new defensive backs coach from the private school just south of us. His name is Tyler Shorter. Tyler he actually played at North Putnam back when they went to state with Greg Barrett back in 2011. And so I've known Tyler for a little bit, but Tyler is going to coach the defensive backs. And we've got some new kids, Philip Moran, Kevin Bostic, and Matthew Maxey, who are new to Traders Point football, and then Sam Johnson, returning starter as safety right there. So some new faces and some familiar ones, and I think we've got the DBs to play with anybody, and I think the D-line, as we get more experience, is going to be very aggressive and do a great job and set things up nicely for inside linebackers to make the play.
Well, Coach, we'll let you go here, but we're excited to see the product on the field, and we'll talk. Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, absolutely. Go Knights.